Hi everybody, it's Michael Fisher from the Unpacked event in New York City, and while Anton and Jaime are checking out the Galaxy S5 as it relates to the Galaxy S4, we thought we'd give you a quick look at how it compares to the HTC One. Now we should make the point that the One is about to be obsoleted by its immediate sequel, but just so that people who currently carry a One can see, because the new one is probably going to look a whole lot like this one if the leaks are accurate, which we think they are. This is how they compare, side by side. There's that Samsung new glam look with the textured back. Don't let it fool you, it is still polycarbonate, but it does feel a lot better than the hyperglaze, just not the aluminum of the HTC One. You can see very, very clear design cue differences here. Let's take a look at thickness. Visually, they look roughly on par. HTC is using some tricks, as it usually does, on the edges to make the device appear thinner than it is. Samsung engaging in no such obfuscation. Let's just have a look at the devices side by side with power on the screens. This is a 4.7-inch display on the left-hand side, and it's SLCD 3, of course, 5.1-inch Super AMOLED on the right. So the colors are really popping. We're also running stock Android over here. And this is a good opportunity to show you just how different TouchWiz remains from stock Android. Of course, Samsung hasn't actually used the term TouchWiz in a very long time, but it is their custom UI. It's just as heavy as ever, but as you can see, heavy does not always have to mean full of lag. Very, very, very responsive, even on this demo unit. Of course, we've been the only ones to touch this today, so we'll have to spend more time with the Galaxy S5 to see how responsive it is. Here's that new multitasking view. And similar but not identical to the stock Android. Background on the backside, we see the effects a year have had. Samsung's 16-megapixel camera with its new rapid focus, selectable focus after the shot, and so on, laying waste on the spec sheet to the 4-megapixel ultra-pixel shooter of the HTC One. Of course, real-world design, real-world performance. We have no idea how that's going to go. We certainly have no idea how they will do, how it will do when paired up against the HTC One, the all-new HTC One, but we're fairly certain the new HTC One does not have a heart rate scanner, and so we're going to tentatively give points to Samsung on that one. Flipping back around, folks, once again, just a very, very quick look for those who have not had a look at the HTC One next to the Galaxy S5. That's what we're playing with, and more. Coming from New York, Michael Fisher with Adam Lane behind the camera. Stay tuned for more.